Hi coloring friends and welcome back to my channel. Just recently I have actually published my embellishment video, and in this video I showed actually one of my favorite embellishments, and that is actually the Pearlescent watercolors by Colero, also by other brands. And what I like to use this for is not only for coloring whole areas in, but also for outlining. And then a lovely viewer actually had asked if I could show this in a video. And I have done this in other videos as well, but not as a standalone video. And that's why I thought, I want to fulfill this request and make a standalone video about how I outline with Colero Pearlescent Watercolors. And so, first of all, I thank you for the request and I'm sending you some love. So, and now actually get started. So, I will introduce some of the brushes that I use, and I want to work in Matchstick Mouse today. And before you ask when you see the image, no, I have not filmed it. I'm very sorry for it. I was even thinking about filming it because it was my first ever Matchstick Mouse image that I colored. And just recently I had also filmed my very first misographic image from Joseph Kattenbang, how to get started and how I colored it or started to color it. And I thought it would be nice to film the Matchstick Mouse one as well. But then I was just I was just not in the mood. I just wanted to have some relaxed coloring and I didn't film it. So I'm very sorry for it. I have to say this was a lot of fun, and I will show you the image that I will work on. So this image is completely colored. The only thing that I would now add is a little bit of those Colero outlines to give some shine to this image. And so no, I have not filmed it. I'm very sorry for it. But if there is enough interest, I can film a color along in one of those Matchstick Mouse books. So we can do another page together if you like. I mean, those images are quite doable from the size. This one still took me about 3 hours, I have to admit, because I just still like to take my time. I did Neocolor background and base layered with Neocolor. Some things in mouse I base layered with alcohol markers and then just went over with Prismacolors. And it came out very vibrant. I really like actually how this little mouse looks at this image. So you're getting a sneak peek on my completed pages here. The request came and I just finished this image here, and I wanted to add some of those outlines, so it came just in time, so to speak, and I thought, okay, I will just demonstrate it on this image here. So, if you would like to see a color along in a Matchstick Mouse book, please let me know in the comment section so that I know that there is interest for that. I have the springtime book and the summer book, and I'm thinking about getting the florals book as well. So then just let me know. So now before we get started, actually, I actually don't have any expensive brush here. I want to show you what I have here. What I usually buy is just on Amazon. I buy those sets with several brushes in them, and I make sure that there is listed the smaller size brushes like 0, 1, 2, so a selection of the smallest brush sizes that there is, which is obviously 1, 2, 3. 1 is the smallest, or 0. Some have 0. This one has even 3 zeros. But I have to say this one, for example, let me show you the difference. This one has a very short brush here. And I have to say, this was my first that I got. I wouldn't buy this one again. Let's say it this way. I would always prefer a small brush size with a longer brush. And I think when you buy a real quality brush, which are called, I think, detailer maybe, that they even have much longer hair brush. Yeah. But I find it easier when it is longer, and when it has a little bit of a pointy, comes together in a point. I already have some glitter here on my fingers, okay. Well, you can see here, this one is like, it's going in all directions by now. And it was not really forming a point. So, yeah, so this one I would not recommend. And then on these here, actually, I think I might use this Leonard brush here. This one doesn't even has a brand. That is how cheap it was, but it was still a good one. I can work quite well with it, so I think, if you just want to try it out, a cheap brush set will do. Just make sure that it has small sizes, that it's mentioned that it's for details, and better when the hair is a little bit longer, I think. So, and then I think I will use this one today. This is a Leonard. Here's the name mentioned. Seems that this one comes from Canada, maybe. Don't know. Was also, I think, not very expensive, and came in a set with some more brushes in it. And then I just take always the smallest size that is in this set. And in this case, it was the one. So, I'm putting some pieces of paper behind my page so that nothing gets dirty here. So. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because of the neo color, the page has buckled a little bit. But I can live with it. So I'm using this earth set today from Colero, and this earth set is, I think, I really like the set. It has all these different gold and warm tones, like this very nice reddish, pinkish tone here, this very beautiful brown tone, which I love. And then this is almost like, most probably copper, but a little bit more orangey, and then a very shiny gold, and a more antique gold, let's say it this way. We have names here, doesn't we? This is a bronze. This is Tibet gold, bronze, golden orange, red brown, red, and chocolate. So a very nice selection of colors in this set. And I think I will use this sunset gold here, or Tibet. What was the name? Tibet gold. This is very saturated, very nice gold. You can find a gold like this in, I think, almost any of the cheaper sets. But I think in the cheaper sets you just get less watercolor, because this pan here is full. And I like it. Okay, so we need to activate it. So I have here a cup with water, and I always like to use this pipette here, but you could use just a spritz bottle and spray some water on here, but we need to activate them. So those will need some time to get activated. So we need to let it sit for, I think, a few minutes would be good, huh? And then I think I will just take a little bit bigger brush to spread the water here a little bit. And I took quite a bit of water here. It's very watery here. However, I need a paper towel, so I will get one. So this needs to sit now for a moment anyway. I also thought that I would use this Galaxy set from Colero and use this blue color here for outlining of the image. So those circle lines here. I thought that might look nice. This is not extremely reflective. I would say rather a subtle effect, but very nice. So I will try and to use this one as outlining of the circle. Okay. I can think about where to put it actually. And I think I would just add some outlines here. Here on this little worm. Top of the hat. Maybe even, no, this is like actually, and then maybe here. Okay, I will just try and see if it is activated enough. Maybe I've added a little bit too much water. It is quite watery. Oh my gosh. I've used so much water here. So usually 1 or 3 droplets of water are enough. But I think it is mixing up actually quite nice. Looks good actually. So and then actually you have to make sure that you have not too much water on your brush. The very thin lines actually, I get it when, not with the first stroke when I loaded it, but usually rather a little bit lighter. I actually want to try this first on a piece of paper. Okay, I just want to and then of course the quicker you do the stroke, this is still a little bit watery, I would say, actually. So anyway, what I wanted to say, for getting very small lines, it's better when the brush is not newly loaded with this color here, or with this, yeah, with this watercolor, but the smallest details, it's best to do them when you already have used quite a bit of the stuff. And then, you know, I just try to lean down here and then really just follow the line here. And I think it's best not to think about it too much, because I think that is when you get maybe nervous and shaky. I think here it can be a little bit thicker. And sometimes when you do it, you cannot see it because of maybe the light situation. I hope you can see it. I will just zoom you in a little bit more. You cannot see the pan there, but it's more important that you see the little animal. Okay, I hope it's shown up now. So I want to give outlines all around him, and So, for example, his hair, I want to also do the furry look a little bit. I wouldn't do it with a newly loaded brush. I think I will use this here. And then, once the brush is a little bit more empty, you can do actually some strokes, and you just do them fairly quick. And just by, doing some fast strokes up. So on everything that we need some very fine line, the brush shouldn't be loaded fully. It's best to have it a little bit, not too full. So something like that. Yeah, and after all, I think it's better to do shorter strokes with your brush. And now this tail. Okay, this was difficult, but because it was a very long stroke here, and I think, oh no, you didn't see it. Oh my gosh, you're too zoomed in. Oh, sorry. I think I will also add a little bit of shine here on the leaves that are directly in the sun. And you know, with those longer, pointy brushes, it is actually not too difficult to have a steady hand. I think so that it is maybe a little bit of practice. So sometimes I also really struggle to do just a very to have a steady hand while doing it. Actually, the more I think about it, the heavier it is, or the more difficult it is. So best not to think about it. And just go for it. So is this enough? Have I something on this? The most difficulty is maybe that I hardly see where I have lined it actually. So, because the light really needs to catch it to show up. So, let me think. I think I will also add some here on this flower. Is it on frame? And maybe, and now the paint gets really nice and thick. So I'm trying to barely touch the paper actually. I think I would also outline the upper flowers, but I will just I will just turn my page around so that I can easily reach it without smearing something, you know. So I really hope that it is showing up. I will try to zoom you in a little bit more just on these flowers here. And yeah, hopefully you will be able to see it. It is not so easy to film it, as the sparkly stuff is only showing up really in the light. Okay, I think that's it, and I hope you could see what I was doing. The other thing that I wanted to do is to add the blue outlining on the circle. So I'm cleaning my brush and okay, I loaded this with a blue brush, with a blue paint, and zoom you out a little bit more. And I hope and here we have actually shorter strokes, so that's nice. Oops. So the hardest part is actually when you cannot lean down. That is a real problem. So that's why I'm actually turning my page so that I can make sure that my hand can rest steady. Because otherwise it's really hard. So I think I have all the green leaves now, maybe here a little bit. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, let's see. So now let's see if you can see the effect. That's it. I have added it mainly in those areas where I thought it was hit by light. So all the leaves that I have colored very luscious and green. So the blue ones not, just where there was some green color on it, also here a little bit. And the mouse, I thought the mouse would, yeah, really bring the mouse forward. And I hope you can see here, I really just did some very fine strokes. It's almost not showing up. That's how fine it is. Yeah, but I hope you can see it actually. And I also did the blue outlining here on the circle with this galaxy blue color. And this one is not as shiny. So the gold one is very shiny. The blue one has more, a little bit of a subtle effect. It's also a very nice color though. So yeah, so that's my favorite embellishment. And the good thing about this Coliro or shiny watercolor paint is you can use it on double-sided books. You can use it in double-sided books because, yeah, it's not bleeding through when you add it as a finishing touch on your page. Also, if you would just color something uncolored, it's not going to bleed through. So this is the perfect embellishment to use in double-sided books as well as in single-sided books. It's just an embellishment that I really like. It's always effectful and doesn't add too much, just a little bit of a little extra. And yeah, I just really like this effect. So I hope that you enjoyed this little technique video, so to speak. And if you want to try it yourself, you really just need an expensive brush for it. Just something from Amazon, from one of those brush sets with the small detail brushes. And yeah, maybe Gansai Tambi pearlescent watercolors, anything that you have. Yeah, and then just try it out actually. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give me a thumbs up, and I hope I will see you all in my next video. Take care everyone, and bye!